Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I have some cars here that are finished now. Some of you may remember I worked on the Ford Mustang Mach-1s last time. I have two of them here. The other one is done now, so they're both complete. This white one with black trim and black with white trim. And something interesting, I looked up the Mustang Mach-1 on Wikipedia, and if you look at the pictures of the various pictures in there of the car, you will find one in there that looks just like this, white with black trim. So I don't feel bad now about having done it this way. Not that I felt bad about it per se, but it's nice to know that there's a real car out there that looks like this. I am very fond of this contrast between the white and black. I do have a Mach-1 in my personal collection that I've kept. I don't need to keep any more of them. I would be kind of tempted to keep these just because they look cool together, but it doesn't really do me any good to keep them. And they are both actually identical. This one is 147,000 miles, and it sells for $126.52. The other car I think has slightly different mileage, 141,000 miles, and it sells for $126.52. So that one over there has 6,000 more miles on it than this one, but they both sell for the same exact amount of money. I'm kind of tempted to pull mine out of the storage and see how much it's worth, but I think I'll go ahead and send these out the door, since the whole purpose of this is to sell them. Okay, and the black one here. So over here I have the two Porsches, which you may remember from last time. The 911 RS is not finished, it's still where it was before. The Carrera GT is finished, and this car is significantly more valuable than the other ones. $362,000 for this car. The other two, the two Mustangs were $125,000 each, so $250,000 for the two of them, and this one is $360,000. It only has 73,000 miles. The engine is of course fully upgraded because that's what I do. It hit nearly 10,000 RPM. It hit not 10,000. It hit nearly 1,000 RPM, fully upgraded. So this is one of those scary cars to drive. But this one is going to go for $362,000. And get that out of here. I'm going to move this one over to lifter 3. And I think what I'm going to do is go to the junkyard real quick, because I haven't been out there in a while. Let's see, I have some excess crap here. Let's get rid of this stuff. No, I don't want to do that. Have some cases to open. I'm going to go to the junkyard because we haven't gone to the junkyard in a while, and I want to see if there's anything interesting. If not, we'll pick something from the storage and do that. Okay, here we are. That looks like a Ferrari. Yeah, it's like a 488. Yeah. Is that another Ferrari over there? There's a Mustang in the garage. Oh, this is like a... Oh, I just should know what this is. I think this is an Aston Martin DB11. Yeah. And what else do we have here? Is that a Salem Kieran? This one is terrible. The front-wheel drive turbo. This is one of those ones that when you assemble it 100%, it doesn't have a hood, and the radiator, you see the radiator outline right there? It sticks up out of the engine compartment. It's the weirdest thing. I did one a long time ago, and it was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. This is, what is this? Mustang drag car. It's got supercharged OHV V8 in it. Those slick tires, yeah, it looks like slicks on it. I'm not really into doing race cars, though. Let's see if there's anything else here. And that looks like a race car version of the Skyline. It's like, here, have another drag car. That's a Mustang convertible. This is the V6 convertible. And that is a Bolt Reptilia. Drag racing Reptilia. Like 3 drag cars out here. I don't want to do any of them. That's the Typhoon. This is not a bad car. I mean, they come out looking really nice. And you can put a lot of engines in them. I might do that just for something different. I don't think I've ever done one of these. I don't think I've ever done a video on one of these. What is that chassis? Oh, it's a Corvette. Yeah. I think this is a different Corvette than the last one I did, because this one actually has a cub. I was going to say a lid. It has a roof. I have a different Corvette mod that is an open top. I think I'll do this because I haven't done this before, I don't think, and I can put different engines in it. So we could put the Hemi in it, or the supercharged. No, I don't want to do the OHV supercharger, because I'm sure that'll stick through the hood. Yeah, let's do this one. This looks like it might be kind of fun. Almost forgot. I'm not sure that actually took it. I'm not sure that actually did anything. There, finally got a screenshot save message. Probably have 3 of those screenshots in here now. It's okay though. Yeah, let's do that. I think that'll be interesting. Okay, let's... Beg your pardon there. Alright, let's see what we got here. I don't think there's hardly any body on this thing to be had, is there? Yeah, body condition 1%. There's like nothing on it. Rear clamshell. I wonder where that is. There we go. There's like nothing to it. There's so little there, it's hard to find anything to click on. And what was that? Steering wheel cape? Every time I go into the community car shop, it takes it a minute. I think I have too many mods in here. There were some Corvettes. There was another Corvette that I deleted. Like the model. I did one once a while ago. I can't remember which one it was. I ended up deleting it though, just because I felt it was. I mean, I did a few of them. I just didn't find it that interesting. Okay, this is what I need if I want to put a roof on it. I think I'll buy one of those just so I can see what it looks like. I wonder if it has to go on like the different fender though. Rear left door C. So that's probably the... What did I buy? Rear left door C. That's that one. That's the hard top. That's what I want. Oh, I see. That interior is like the fender. Front right fender? Yeah, there we go. Guess there's no window glass. Now that looks sharp. I really like that. Where's the... Do I have everything? I think I have... Nope. 86%. I know that I need plates. And I need seats. What's in my inventory still? Steering wheel. Those are the seats for the Typhoon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, seat Typhoon. Engine cover, I just saw it. Oh, I thought I bought one. I guess not. This one. Does that say fuel injection? I think it does. Okay, I think this is one of those ones where there isn't any, let's get some back in the normal mode. There we go. Yeah, I think this is one of those cars that doesn't have any exhaust, because the exhaust is represented by the rear clamshell, so there's no muffler or anything underneath there. It's going to be just the engine and the headers coming off of it. Okay, now we're in a good place. Let's go ahead and paint this thing. Oh my God, that's terrible. Okay, so we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh no! Yes, that is what I'm talking about there. That is beautiful, yes. I went a slightly darker shade than I normally do. I've been trying this one out because, in fact, I want to do something real quick here and find my. Where's the Corvette that the other Corvette that I kept? That one right there. Because this one is a different. This is actually a different mod, I think. Is it? Maybe it isn't. No, yes it is. This is a different mod than this one. It seems like they might reuse some assets, or maybe not. That's a little bit different. And I think that I think they might be subtly different. I'm not sure, but this is a different Corvette mod than that one. And this is one that I made. This is one that I kept for myself because it's not super valuable. It's like 40 grand. I don't think it. Maybe not even that much. Yeah, just a little over 40 grand for this car. But I can't. One of the reasons I went ahead and downloaded that other mod. This one you can't change the engines at all in. It just comes with the 2-carb V8. That one I can put a different engine in. It looks a little bit different. I think there might be a bit more of a swoop in the fender over there than there is on this one. I'm not sure. I might just be projecting that. Other than that, these should be roughly the same vintage. I think it's got a slightly different Corvette badge on the front than this one does. Yeah, see, the badge is a little bit different, because this one is just silver on black, and this one is in color. But I think the fenders on the front end and the headlights are all the same. Although, does this one has a bit of a trim? No, this one has the trim piece too, right here. For a minute, I wasn't sure if that other car had the trim piece on it. All right, that's enough noodling around. Well, I think I am gonna use these rims on this car instead of those. That's the Bolt Cape. That's the Bolt Cape rim. I don't think I want to use that. I assume it's going to have leaf springs in the back. Could be wrong. It looks like coil springs. since I definitely can put a different engine in this, I think I probably will, but I'm not sure which one. The V8 Hemi is always a good choice because it's a big, powerful engine. I don't know if it's the best choice for this car. Okay, let's try this. See what we can repair out of all this. Doesn't seem like very much. Some stuff I knew I wasn't going to be able to repair, and I should have just whacked all that stuff and saved myself some effort. I think that was rear shock absorber B. I'm not sure. I hate to buy it if I don't need it. See, no, it didn't repair. Good. Sometimes you can repair, like, the clutch plate, which doesn't make any sense to me. Didn't repair that, which is a bummer. $66 for it. Didn't repair the drive shaft, so we need one of those. What else? It was shock absorber B. Basically need all the spring parts. There are two of those, two of those, two of those, and two of them. Yeah, I normally just go through and flush the things I know are not repairable, because it saves having to go through and sort everything. After you, I think we repaired like one brake shoe. Oh, we repaired the cylinders, it looks like. Yeah, we repaired the cylinders. I don't know if I would want to have a one refurbished brake shoe on one side. I need the drums. Okay, so what else do I need now? 3 U-bolts and a leaf plate. And the coil spring rear axle. I think one of the solid arms. Yeah. Knuckle B rear drive axle. Okay, these wheels are 15-inch, and I don't want to use the cape. I want to use, I think it's Retro 13. No, let's just pull the retros up. Retro 12. Yeah, Retro 13 is different. Retro 12 has bigger spokes. And those are 185/80/15, vintage wall A. And I like this one better. I'm not a big fan of the really thick white wall. Bloody hell. I remember they were 15s, but 185/80. Okay, let's go chrome these out so they'll look really good. Hopefully I got both of those. I think I did. And we'll make sure that I got the right size. 185, 80, 15. Yep. I always like to try to stick on as many pieces as I can without having to move the camera. Just makes things a little bit easier. Get as much stuff on there as you can ahead of time, and then you get to then you can start jerking around, getting the other stuff in. Right now that other wheel should be done. It looks good, right? It looks way more retro. I mean, I knew it looked. I knew it looked good because it looks good here. But yeah, although this one probably is not a bad rim if it was nice, if it was cleaned up. But I like the spokes better for an older 50s style Corvette. This one has different steering wheel and different seats than that one. Different mod. I clicked on the wrong thing. Jumped all the way through ahead of it. Okay, this time I'm going to process stuff the way I normally do. I need 8 bushings and a front set of disc brakes, tie rods, steering rack, sway bar, I didn't see which sway bars those were. It's got to be sway link B. Yeah, it's all sway bar B. Always the ventilated discs for the front. While I'm here, I'm going to get the double wishbone suspension, start assembling those, and the bushings. Okay, once again, 15-inch wheels. And 185/80/15. That's a big fat tire, man. It'll give you a really nice smooth ride. I get those rims chromed. Thought I got it, but I didn't. That should be both of those. Yep. What else do I need to buy? I need to buy hubs, because the bearings are shot, and the caps are... Sometimes you can repair like one hub, but you might get one of these hubs back, but I'm not going to do it. I don't know why the hub bearings are not repairable. A million years ago, I did some work in a mechanic shop, and one of the things we did was to take old, worn-out bearings. And I don't remember if they were. I mean, they were a ring bearing, kind of like this, but I don't remember. It's been so long, I don't remember specifically what they were meant for. But I do remember that we would take the bearing and basically push it through a tub of like this thick lubricant, like it was the consistency of thick wax. But you would push the bearing into it, and the stuff would, as you mashed the bearing into it, it would displace the old lubricant from inside the bearing. So you would get this thick sludge of black gunk on one side, and then you would have to scrape that off, and you would dig it out, and then you would do it again. And you would do that until you stopped getting the black stuff coming out of the inside of the bearing, basically repacking the bearing with all new lubricant. And we did that a lot. So I wonder if these are like a sealed kind of bearing that can't be repaired that way, or just or an entirely different application. I don't know. Let's see, 185/80, that can go. Bottom suspension arms ×2, near steering knuckle C. There's no, I just realized there's no cross member in this car. I actually noted, I mean, obviously it was an obvious thing before, since I only bought 8 bushings. If there was a cross member, there would be 4 more in the cross member. I guess the modder chose not to put one in this one. Yeah, I really love the way how the spoked wheels will look on this car. Okay. I'm gonna have to put both of these side by side over there at the entrance when this is all done. I need my engine crane. So I need to decide what engine I want to put in this car. Since I have options here, I think the supercharged engine would stick through the hood. The 2-carb OHV would fit. The Hemi is kind of obvious. The 6P, the 380, the 385 is the Ford Mustang. The 385 OHV is the engine in the Mustang Mach-1. Let's see what the thing over here says. The 1-carb OHV is a 291, and the 2-carb is 330. I don't want to do this one because it would stick through the hood. I know it would stick through the hood, and I didn't look to see if there were any other hoods for this car. Or actually, now that I think about it, there were other hoods for it, but I don't really want to fool around with this. What other options are there? There's the Hemi. That should fit in there just fine. 425. The OHV, the Hemi, let's see, the OHV Mag and the 6P. I'm really kind of torn between the 2-carb, because I really shouldn't put a massively powerful engine in this car, I don't think. And I think, what is this? This is the 1-carb. I think what we're going to do is go with the 2-carb OHV engine. And if it becomes, I don't know, let's just try this and see how it works. You can figure out what I need to buy for it. Actually, I have a fuel filter. V8 OHV coil. And that means it's going to be the OHV oil filter pan. I'm going to need caps and rings and pistons, all that happy stuff. I'm going to need, let's see. I saw it had a coil, so that means I'm going to need ignition. Probably going to be ignition wires V8. I better wait. I'm not certain. Let's get spark plugs and pistons, though. So is there just a straight... Yep, there it is. V8 OHV. Hopefully that's the right one. And it's going to be the 2-carb manifold. Is there one of those? Yep, there is. So, let's see, I need to buy rings. I think we can get started on assembly. So I'm not sure what all I'm going to need as we get deeper into this thing. The timing. And I suspect it's going to be timing that, and then the OHV timing cover. I'm going to need the V8 pulley, and that. I'm going to need the water pump for the V8 OHV, which is that one. As I keep thinking about this, I keep thinking of more things I know I'm going to need. Alternator power steering pump. 2-carb air filter base. I'm not sure which carburetor it actually is. It might just be the 4-barrel carburetor. This one here, I don't think there's a generic OHV carburetor. I think it is going to be just this carburetor right here. So let's get going on this before I start buying things. That's what I was just thinking of, damn it. Crankshaft and camshaft. Yeah, the camshaft was definitely on my mind after I bought the timing stuff. Crankshaft V8. There it is. I didn't buy a cam gear. I thought about that too. We should be able to get a reasonably good increase in power out of this engine too. Something that'll be noteworthy, but not so much that it makes the car uncontrollable. Okay, belts and fan. Serpentine belt OHV. And I assume it's going to be that fan. Assumptions, of course, are always dangerous. But so far, we're doing pretty well. Look at that. The front of the engine is already completely done. Should have bought the heads too. Just realized it's gonna be the V8 OHV engine head. I could have bought those. Yep. I really enjoy assembling V8 engines, though. I mean, it's just artwork in there, the way everything goes together. I would love it if there was like a transparent view that you could put it in and run the engine, so you could watch the pistons going up and down and the crankshaft going around, watch the push rods moving the rockers. I think that would be really cool. Maybe in the next version, if somebody from the developer happens to come across this, that would be my wish. Okay, engine head V8 OHV. And 2 of that. Now see that? Push rods. In fact, let's do that while I'm thinking about it. I'm going to need 16 of these. Whoops. And we're going to need 16 rocker arms. And I'm going to get the head covers. This engine is going to be like aggressively generic. It was Wires V8. Yep, knew it. And I think at this point we have everything we need to finish this engine. And it was the 4-barrel carburetor. I guessed correctly on that one. I'm sure I have built this engine before, it's just been so long. Because I kind of really focused on building Hemi engines instead. Because the Hemi has, the Hemi is an OHV engine that has push rods and everything, but it doesn't have individual rocker arms like this. It has a rocker arm assembly that you just stick it on, and it's like 3 bolts to put it in, instead of 16 individual ones that you have to do individually. Doing these is my second least favorite thing to do, behind installing, 20 camshaft caps in a DOHC engine. Lately I've been kind of experimenting with ways to get that to go a little faster. And there's no real way to do it, but I find if I buckle down and install the rocker arms right away, it's a little bit less painful than waiting until the end. Sometimes I do that, especially with like a big Pagani engine, where there's 20 camshaft caps to do. I'll assemble everything until the only thing left to do is put in the camshaft caps and then close up the cylinder heads. I'm not sure which way is the better way to go. I keep experimenting with it just to see. Okay, that should do her. She's all finished. I think I'm going to flush this other engine. I'm not ever going to do anything with it. Actually not sure which transmission this needs though. It's probably just the V8 OHV transmission. Yeah, it is. I need to buy a starter as well. Okay, that should do it. Yep. 100% across the board. So let's see what we've got here now. My other car, since I couldn't upgrade the engine in it. Actually, that is the 2-carb engine, isn't it? Yep, that's what it came with. The 2-carb. It's gonna be 525, presumably. Sometimes I think that different mods make it report the power differently depending on the car, because I have built cars with the exact same engine, but different cars report different numbers when you dyno them. So let's see if we get 525 here. Yep, 525. Is that cool or what? My God. I cannot. That just looks so amazingly good together. I wish I could park them I could put them in the garage. Park them closer together. So the value on this one is $40,000 and a little bit more. $40,000 and change. This one is way more. Wow. $103,000. And it has 132,000 miles on it. This car has 143,000 miles. It surprises me that this one, of course, this is obviously a convertible because it's got the thing here, and this has the hardtop on. Well, this has the hardtop on it, but you could. It has the same convertible cover in there. Because this other mod here doesn't offer the hardtop as an option. This one does, which is why I downloaded this mod. Let's take this thing for a quick drive and see what it is capable of. Look at his view from inside the cabin. Oh man, it's like the roof is, your head is right against the roof. That is a beautiful car. My God. It looks so good. I really, really, really like it. Okay, that's 525 horsepower. The vintage tires. Nope. See, it tried to get away from me right away. Boy, it really wants to go left. Come on. Oh, there we go. I think I got it under control here. Are we drifting left? Yeah, we are. 149. Yeah, this is going to be one of those ones where if I mess with the gearing, I could probably get more out of it, but I don't want to. Okay, so, you know what? I think I'm going to keep this car. It looks really good compared to the other one. I think I'm going to keep it. This one is... I mean, I say compared as if that's a bad thing, and it's not. It's just that since I have the option of... I'm pretty sure the other Corvette doesn't have the hardtop option, because that's a C1, and the other Corvette is just... I don't think... Yeah, see, like here it is. These are the parts for the Corvette, and it doesn't have a... yeah, it doesn't have a hardtop option. It's just a convertible. So I think I'll keep both of these just so I can have examples of each in each configuration. They both look really good. That one is worth way more money than this one. But I've already made $800,000 this time, so I think it's probably good enough. Let's send this back to the parking. I'll go ahead and keep this one. So yeah, park this one. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I'm happy with that. So, that'll wrap this one up. I hope everybody is taking care of themselves out there. It's a kind of a messed up time right now. I'll tell you that here at home we are all staying home. Nobody's leaving the house. Nobody's pretty much leaving their rooms, for that matter. We kind of go to the bathroom in sort of staggered times, and every time somebody goes to the bathroom, we're always wiping everything down with Clorox wipes. So yeah, I mean, and none of us are sick. None of us are in a position to get sick, but we're all like, everybody's scared and paranoid right now. So hopefully things will get better, and hopefully watching me fool around with virtual cars makes somebody's evening a little bit brighter. So we will be back. We will go back to the junkyard. I still have a ton of cars to work on in my backlog, so we will be back soon. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you again for our next junkyard adventure. So on that note, bye for now.